Problem is it's too big for the door entry, so we could go buy another door, or we can cut this one down. And I think the best option is to cut it down. I found this on the side of the road. The guy had it chained up to his fence, and I asked him what he wanted. He let me let it go for 20 bucks. So I think it's still reasonable for 20 bucks. So the objective here is to cut, maybe kind of keep it looking symmetrical, cut out a few inches here and a few inches here at the top and the bottom, and made them together. Then cut the frame at the top. Right here. I'll just cut the same amount. I mean, it doesn't need to look symmetrical, but while we're here, may as well try to make a cool project, a fun project. The door is smaller, but it is a metal door, so it's a decent door. Frame's a little messed up. I'll leave the frame as is for now. Maybe reinforce it, but the objective is to put that metal door, and install it in front of this door to give a little extra security. I just removed the log. I had to drill them out. I'll try to get these screws out with some vice grips, some WD-40 here. The difference between the metal door and the actual front door, the metal door, is 4.6 inches. I'm going to cut these out here and here and bring it in to about 2 1/8 maybe. Yeah, maybe just 2 1/8 should be good around this. Around this one. Cut it here, 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 and then weld these in, and then weld these in all the way down. I didn't do anything fancy on the math. I don't have any tricks, but just to show what I did is I subtracted the inside diameter of the entry door with that of the outside diameter of the security door. Now as I cut that down, I'm accounting for kerf when I cut the blade, so there's maybe a little over 1/16 of an inch that'll be lost due to the grinding. So I subtracted those two values, and I got like 4 and some change, and I divided that 2 and took that, which was 2 and some change, and then I divide it again, and then I start my tape in the middle, and I just go out to those two sizes. So it was like it was close to 2.25, wasn't quite there, so kind of like maybe 1/8, 1 1/8 from the center of this out on both sides, did the here, Then I'm just going to measure here to these lines, find out what they are, and then duplicate that there because it's the same width. Now, thinking this through while I'm talking on there, I think I need to account for the full width of the frame, which I do. It's not, I don't think. So I have to add, otherwise my door's going to be too big. So I have to add all this from the door frame to here, which give me, I mean, it's close to a quarter there. Probably want a quarter here. That's another ½ inch. So you want to add ½ inch, which is another quarter on each one of these. So even though I did this, the right one would be to add a quarter to this. No, if it's a ½ inch, it's an eighth, sorry. An eighth. Which is actually the kerf of the cutoff wheel. So I think what I need to do is just, I'll cut it on the outside instead of the inside. Okay, so you can see the marks now. Like 11 and some change, 13 and some change, 21 and some change, 24 and some change. I'm saying and change because they're all different. I don't remember off by heart. And plus some of them were kind of in between marks, but I'm trying to get as exactly as much as I can. And so now I'll cut on the outside of all these. So in order to make sure that everything lines up, I'm going to make sure all these connecting pieces are the same length. I added a piece of stock here to keep this straight, buttoned up, everything kind of running down. And when I originally mated these up, there was a gap at the top. So in order to get as accurate as possible, I measured from the outside to my last cut. And when I did that up there, I think it is slightly short. It was kind of bowed out. This needed grinded down. And so now I pull this up. This is slightly shorter. I could probably grind that down a little bit and bring it in. Actually, yeah, let me see if I can straighten that up. So what I'm going to do is just clean up one or both of these sides a little bit to kind of get this overall distance to match this distance here, to match that up there. So it was like 19 1/4 or something like that. And that's how we'll try to keep it straight. It's not a great door to, we're not going for aesthetics too much, but we're practicing to make sure that we do good work going forward. This is what I've got so far. It's definitely smaller. Alright, so I did mess up. I cut it. Ideally would have been 3/8 bigger. I think it might have been this tab. It doesn't matter. I screwed up. That's one of the things I practice and do stuff. I've never done this before, and so now I've kind of got it out of the way. I think overall it was a success, except for the being too short. I was able to adjust that by adding a little piece of trim behind here, and it's a little bit more secure. Maybe gives the impression it's more secure. Now what I'll do is I'll drill some holes in the middle. These are too far over. I'll drill the holes here, a couple here. These might be okay. I'll run bigger bolts in there and then put a lock on it. these holes are too far over, so I drilled a few more, and then I drilled some up here at the top. And I'll run some lags in for now. It's something, and then see if I can find me a lock. And I think that's it. I've already drilled my hole earlier. You saw that. I drilled my hole there so my latch can go in. Alright, tell me what you think. A little extra security using leftover stuff. I had the bolts lying around. Just cut the door. Just need to find a lock. I lucked out.